Hello. In this video, we will learn about what are variables and data types. If you are coming from any engineering background or any BCA type degree, you might have heard these terms there. It's the very basic of any programming language. So, what basically is a variable? Variables are used to store information to be referenced and manipulated later. That means if you have any name, suppose Flutter, then you just store it in a variable language. Language is equal to Flutter, and whenever you want to output that Flutter, you just use that language word, keyword you can say. Now, what are data types? In Dart, there are some built-in data types, that is numbers, strings, booleans, list, and map. List are arrays. In PHP, it's called arrays, and here it's called list. The concept is the same. And also maps. Maps is just a key value pair, like dictionary in a Python language or multidimensional array in PHP. So there is nothing new in Dart language. Everything is just the same. It's just you have to refresh your memory here. Now, the thing is how to declare a variable. This is the pattern. First is the data type, second is the variable name, and there is an equal sign which equals to the value. Now, this age has a data type of integer, that is 25, 30, whatever. And this age has a data type of var, that is variable, which simply implies that we don't know what it will hold. It may have integer, it may have string. But here, if I try to write something like Flutter string, it will show an error because the data type is given integer. And remember, Flutter or Dart is a statically typed language. That means most of the time you will specify what data type the variable or the function will hold. This is the main thing. You just don't ever forget that if we have assigned a data type, then the variable must hold that value. Now, each and every data type we will discuss step by step, one by one. But in the next video, let's practice only these numbers, which will be integer and double, and this string. I have this basic example. Here we are using the example of the movie Avengers. If you haven't watched the movie, it's fine. But I guess most of us are Marvel fans. Though you might have heard about this name, Iron Man and all. Let's bring out our dartpad and remove whatever is there in the main function and start from the very beginning. In the earliest session, we have heard about the comments which we will use now. Here it's like declaring variables. Then now it's time to declare our first variable. The first thing we have to write is the data type. It will be int. Then the name of the variable, it will be score, which will equal to 3000. So simply we have completed our task of declaring a variable. Now, suppose this is an integer, but what happens there if there is a decimal value, suppose 30.5 or whatever, if you have a pi value and all, in that case, the data type will be double. Double percentage is equal to 92.5. You just say, you can write whatever you want. Then if you want to have any string, then it will write string hero is equal to Iron Man. If you have any other hero of your own, you can just write it down. No issue. And villain will be Thanos. Okay. We have declared successfully our four variables here. Now it's time to print them. So just remember, for printing, we have learned that we have to use the print statement. And this print statement will only print the value in the console. So when you are building a real Flutter application, if you use this print, don't expect that the UI or the screen of the mobile application will output the value. Only the value is available for the debug or the developer usage. So if you want, you just print score, then you can print percentage, then it's hero, and then print villain. You run you run the program, and I hope, yes, we got the output. It's like 3000, it's the integer, percentage is 92.5, hero Iron Man, and then Thanos. So just, I guess it's clear with you the concept of variables and the data types, and we have successfully understood numbers and string data types. In the next video, we will discuss more about strings, which will help us understand the concept deeply.